Hi there, everyone. Sean Hewitt here from the Trusted Business Community Association, and I'm joined with my amazing business partner, Mark Burns, who is this is the marketing place for all people who want to promote their services, their products, whatever it is. This is the marketplace with Mark Burns. Mark Burns will be up here, and he'll give an introduction as well. I'll let him come up and say hello, and then we're going to go around the room with the people that are on the call, and they're going to have about 5 minutes to explain who they are, what they're doing, and if there's anything specific that they'd like to tell you about that's new on latest business deal, latest business offer, they'll tell you about it within that 5 minutes of fame window that they have the opportunity to talk to you about. So those listening in on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you are listening in from, this is the marketplace, and my sidekick this event is this amazing man. So I'm just going to add him to the spotlight. Here he is, Mark Burns. How are you, sir?
I'm very good, very good. I'm here all the way from Italy. I'm not coming home for a little while, which is really good. And I thank everyone for turning up as always. So yes, Sean has pretty much described it as he does eloquently every single month. And this is a monthly way of getting your message out there. Don't worry about the numbers that come. Sometimes there's a few, sometimes there's a lot more. But because it's streamed and live and on YouTube, then everyone can have a look at it and you can send it through your socials or wherever you need to send it. So do not hesitate to tell people exactly what it is that you want. And I will be doing the same this evening because I need everyone's help really during this period leading up and past the Easter break and stuff. So thank you for turning up again, and we'll look forward to hearing all about what you've got very, very soon.
Excellent, mate. Thank you very much. I'm going to remove you and miss myself from the spotlight. And remove myself from the spotlight. And the very first person I'm going to be bringing up today is this man here. He is the master of finance. We know who he is. Well, we do, certainly. Spotlight for everyone. Here he is, Bill Christie. 5 minutes of fame of yours, sir. Tell us what's going on out there. How can you help people? What have you got a special business offer you'd like to discuss? Over to you.
Well, I'm Bill Christie, a business and commercial finance facilitator based in Scotland and Glasgow. And to all businesses, to all people in business, you've got colleagues, you've got friends. If a colleague or indeed a client has a problem, if it's a health problem, you invite them to go to their doctor. If it's a business problem, who do you suggest? Well, I suggest for people who know me and trust me, I'm the person to help. I'm not a doctor, but I can diagnose the problem. I can prescribe a solution. I can provide aftercare. I can help businesses recover by listening and providing solutions. I've had over 40 years of priceless professional experience in high street banking and merchant banking and my own consultancy. I like to listen to what you or your clients, and ask you to listen to your clients. What do they want? But the truth is, but what do they need? So you listen to them first of all to find out what they want. And then you look at that and say, well, is that going to fit their own circumstances? Whether it be funding, whether it be a type of financial tool. It could be another professional that they could work with. Let's face it, if you want a client's business, but they may have problems financially or other situations, listen to them. Then when you listen to them, you might know somebody who can help them. And if that can help them, then they may be able to do business with you and pay your bills. So it's all about networking. It's all about trust and guidance. And who do you want to put people in contact with? I mean, I've had situations from, you name it, I've done it, I think, whether it be someone looking for £10,000 or a large sum for property. It's not until you actually speak to somebody that you realise how little they know. Not from their own fault, that they're good at what they do. I was introduced to a young Asian lad a short while ago, about 2 weeks ago, he and his brother, well, only one of them was a director, but both should be. We're going to sort that out. And they didn't know what to do. So they went onto um, Google and find out a company down in London. And for £100,000, they were charged £20,000. They were taken to the cleaners. So I said, look, if you appoint me to help you, I'll charge you say £1,000 and I'll charge you 1%. They both own properties with lots of equity in them. They didn't know that they could use that to support a guarantee for their company. So it's back, and the chap said to me, Bill, we've been sitting here for 2 hours. You're telling me things that I didn't know. But I know people in this room here. So it's all about listening, trusting. And if we can help them, be honest with them. If you can't help them, be equally honest with them. If you're honest with them, guess what? They'll come back when they sort themselves out. Bill Christie, your business and commercial finance facilitator, thank you for listening to me.
Thanks very much, Bill. That's great. Thank you very much. And a great, obviously, introduction. Bill's a great guy. He's been with us for a long time. We've known Bill for a very long time. He's always been on hand to help any small business owner anywhere with anything that they need around finance or just advice and guidance. And like he's a great guy to go to. So for sure, reach out to Bill. You'll find him on most of the platforms, but LinkedIn is certainly a place where he hangs out. So look out for his name, Bill Christie, your business and commercial finance facilitator. Next up, we are coming to. I'm going to bring them all the way over to the Philippines. This one. And this person is Gracie. Gracie from Boomerang. Gracie, lovely to have you with us.
Hello, everyone. I was, I greeted you earlier, Sean, and you said it's in the afternoon back there. I want to say this. I know, some of you guys heard of me yesterday, but I'm living in the future because it's March 20th, 2:30 a.m. here in the Philippines, and that is the beauty of offshoring. Whoever your staff is, you don't have to worry about whether are they going to match my time? Are they going to be working in my hours? Because once you have chosen to have an offshore team, it's going to be us who's going to be adjusting to your time zone. So whether you're going to be in London, UK time, you're probably in your Eastern time, Pacific time, there will be no problem. That is not a barrier to get access to your rock star staff. And that is what we do at Boomerang Inc. We're an offshoring company here in the Philippines, and we find you the best talent pool back here in the Philippines doing a myriad of things. And we are not limited to anything. The only limit that you can think about of what type of work or staff that you need to find with us is if you require a handshake, physical one. But everything that's remotely or virtual, it's something that we can do. If you want to think about, if you know someone, if you know a business owner who's probably bogged down with all of his calendars, his meetings, and he needs an admin assistant, an effective one that would work with him 8 hours in the clock, then you could reach out to me and we can find that one for you. If you know a business who wants a sales team that would dial 200, 500 phone numbers, and let's be honest, nobody wants to really do that, especially if you're the business owner. Your time is precious. So we have to find those staff who are not just persistent, who's not just talented, but also experienced and fits the culture and the ideology of your company. That's another beauty of how Boomerang does it. We don't just find someone random and put it in the position that you're looking for. We have a very meticulous recruitment process, which would include us screening it first, an account manager doing another level of interview, and of course, you're going to be the final interviewer. So whoever that you are talking to, it has been vetted upon. It has been sifted. It has been filtered to exactly what you have described as the rock star that you're looking for. So if ever that you are in the, if any of those little anecdotes that I've just mentioned is something that you're a business owner, a friend, or someone that you know in your network that needs it, or even if you yourself would need it, let's have a chat. I'd like to share that in the past year, we've developed a module which is called Offshoring Best Practices. And this is something that we hand over to our clients fully, so that they could be able to successfully build their offshore team. But to anyone who's interested and wants access to it, you actually get the first three modules free if you actually logged on to our website. I'll just drop it on the link later, and a pop-up would come out so that you could get access to it if ever that you're curious of the offshoring best practices. I guess that's it. Again, my name is Crazy, and I am for Boomerang Inc. And we are for simple and smart offshoring solutions. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Gracie. Beautifully promoted and presented too. Gracie, obviously, for those listening in to Gracie, she mentioned she's going to drop the link in the chat here. But if you want to reach out to Gracie, Gracie can be found on LinkedIn, and obviously she if you can't find her, reach out to me and I will point you in her direction so that you can then get those modules sent over to you. Thank you very much, Gracie. That was wonderful. We're going to somebody who's here for the very first time, but she's not here for the very first time with us, but just on this meeting for the very first time. We're going over to Susan Slows. Susan, lovely to have you with us, accredited member of ours. Lovely to see you here. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. Tell the people
Yeah.
listening in who you are, what you do, how you help.
Yeah. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, this is my first meeting on a Thursday. Um, I am in northern Arizona, so I'm about 7 hours behind the UK right now. Doesn't phase me. I can talk to anybody all over the world because I am a virtual health coach. And specifically, the name of my business is Your Digestive Health Coach, and it's an LLC, a limited liability company. And I'm the only member, I'm the owner and the founder. And I help women with irritable bowel syndrome. I can help them with other digestive problems, but it's mostly women with irritable bowel syndrome. Most of them have had a doctor's diagnosis because it has to be diagnosed by a doctor. The problem with this condition is that it's an elimination diagnosis. So the doctors have to test their patients for everything under the sun that it possibly could be because it shares symptoms with, I'll just give one example, with inflammatory bowel disease, which is an umbrella for Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. And they share a lot of the same symptoms, but there's a lot of different things as well. So, most of the time when I talk to women, the biggest thing that I hear from them is that, oh, well, yeah, my doctor tested me for all of these things and they don't know what's wrong with me. So they slap this Band-Aid, this title on me that I have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. And so I asked them, what's going on with your gut? What's happening? How often is it happening? What are your symptoms? A lot of the time they'll say, well, I just thought that maybe I ate the wrong thing, or I'm allergic to something, or I just have a stomach ache every now and then, but then it started happening on a regular basis. I started to see a pattern emerging. So I'm thinking maybe it's more than just an occasional digestive upset. So, yeah, occasional digestive upsets you can deal with on your own. You don't need a coach. But for this thing, it's very hard to manage it on your own. And I know that because I have the condition. And that is what led me to want to help other women so that they don't stay in that pattern as long as I did. It was years and years. This started probably when I was in junior high school. So, and no doctor was, well, that we can't find anything wrong with you. You probably have a spastic colon, which is the old name for irritable bowel. That's what they used to call it. So no doctor has ever once helped me with any of this. So that is why I'm here, and that's what I do. And I offer several different programs for women depending on what they need. It's not a one size fits all because every woman experiences this differently. That's why I don't do, recorded workshops and things like that because it's not one size fits all. It's, might be somebody says, yeah, that's me, and somebody says, no, that's totally not how I experience this. I also offer some free resources that people can have access to as well. One of them is a quiz that they can take to see if their symptoms point in the direction of IBS or not. And of course, there is a disclaimer no matter which way your symptoms point, that you should always see a doctor first for a conclusive diagnosis. So, again, my name is Susan, and my business's name is Your Digestive Health Coach LLC, and I can post the website in the chat if you guys would like that.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Susan. Just obviously, again, for the benefit of those on the call, the chat they will be able to see the chat. For those that are listening in on the channels such as YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and anywhere else where you're seeing this, please feel free to reach out to Susan. You'll find Susan on LinkedIn for sure. You can find her through me if you reach out to me. And of course, she's in our directory at thetrustedbusinesscommunity.com on our website. So you can reach out to her from there, where all of our contact details, as everybody else on this calls, are and can be found. Susan, lovely to have you with us. Thank you so much. I'm going to Europe next. Yes, I'm going to Europe to see the lovely Elaine Goodley. Elaine, how are you?
I'm not I'm not in the best health. I've got a fractured wrist. But I'm very positive and upbeat, and I don't consider myself ill. I'm just inconvenienced, which is how I see my life. It's just a series of inconveniences at the moment. Anyway, so what do I do? So I specialize in helping coaches. So I work with coaches. It could be health coaches, it could be leadership coaches, it could be teachers. And I have a unique product, service, however you want to call it, on my website, and I specialize in disc behavioral profiling, and I've done this for over 30 years. So it's looking at how your health impacts your well-being. So how we behave affects how we are in our health and well-being, and certain personality styles are predisposed to certain health conditions. So I am a qualified nutritionist, although I used to run law firms and accountancy practices. So I'm very much aware of how the stresses and strains in the corporate world, um, people end up on medication, they end up on being stressed out, having duvet days, whatever, and also quite often they're present. So we have this presenteeism. They're turning up for work, but they're not actually doing a great deal. They're not producing what they're capable of. Then they go home stressed out, take it out on their families, and it's a bit of a shit show. So by looking at somebody's behavior pattern, we can tell whether they're being authentic. We can tell the difference between the gap between their natural behavior style and how they're currently showing up in the workplace, or if it's a student at school. We can do this from the age of about 12 years onwards and up to senior business people and everybody in between. Recently, I profiled a team of accountants. There were 12 of them, and 5 of the 12 were sick as parrots, absolutely sick as parrots, many of whom were on medication as well when I did feedback meetings with them. And I could tell without even speaking to them, what's wrong and what needs to be done. So it's quite an unusual combination. Most people who use the DISC model of behavioral profiling use it for team dynamics, teams working together. I've extended it because of my own situation. I had stage 4 cancer 11 years ago, which I beat in under 4 months. And part of that was because I got in trouble because of my profile style. But also my profile style got me out of trouble. So I've got a lot of experience firsthand on how to support people, what the stresses are in the workplace. I was managing partner of a number of law firms over the years. So I know so many people go to work, they put up, shut up, do as they're told, get their job done, go home, and they flake out because it's as much as they can do to kind of hang it together during the day. But what is the cost to their health? What's the cost to their family? What's the cost to the bottom line of the business? So I've created something called the Disc Plus Academy, where I support coaches who have unlimited access to my disc profiling tool. We support them on daily basis pretty much. We have a WhatsApp group. We have a live meeting every Monday, and people bring the profiles and we talk about them, look at what the health implications are. And I also have a health hub where I've got a number of health specialists. If I can't help them, I can signpost them to specific health specialists. And that's it. So the Disc Plus Academy, DISC, which is the model, and I've linked it with health. So Disc Plus Academy is where what I'm supporting now these days, which is coaches. So I'm looking for coaches, health coaches, team coaches, teachers, people who deal with people, and there is an element of stress in the workplace or the school or whatever it is. So there we go. I'm on LinkedIn, Elaine Godley, the disc profiler on LinkedIn, and please connect with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Elaine. And yeah, so anyone I suppose from a coaching or even like you're saying, the learning capacity, school teachers, etc. Sports. I suppose again, sports as well, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
yeah.
We have a variety of different coaches in the academy. We do have a sports coach. We have a mental health coach. We have a managing partner of an accountancy practice. We have a parent coach. We have a variety of different people in the academy already. But I'm looking to extend that now to 100 coaches this year, because that way I figure I can make more of an impact in the world and help people through coaches rather than me doing the direct coaching and mentoring. So I think that coaches are the way forward for me at the moment.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Obviously, if they've got clients themselves, that's that's where your message can get out. Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Elaine. Lovely to have you with us today. We're heading north from, well, say north. We're north from where I am. We're going back to Bonnie, Scotland, and we are bringing to the fore this man. Here he is, Jonathan Clark. Hello, Jonathan. Lovely to have you with us, my friend. What's
Hello.
going on in the world of fully booked?
There's always a story to tell in my world. Yes, Jonathan Clark in Glasgow, and it was actually sunny today. We did wonder what that big shiny ball in the sky was because it's been a while since we last saw it. Um, Here's a fact for you. 81% of people say they would like to write a book sometime in their lifetime. But statistically, only 3% of people ever do. My name is Jonathan Clark. I help people become an Amazon best-selling author, usually within 90 days, and the client doesn't have to touch a keyboard. How do we do that then? No, we do not use AI to write the book. What we do is we interview our clients on Zoom. We record those interviews. If it's 5 chapters, it'll be 5 interviews. We get them transcribed, and that becomes the first draft of the book. We then edit it, proofread it, polish it. We design the cover. We then run a launch campaign and we get it into the Amazon top 100, which makes you an Amazon bestseller. Why would you want to be an Amazon bestseller? Because it is the ultimate business card. If you've sat in a plane for an hour with somebody and they say, I've really enjoyed our conversation. Do you have a business card? And you go, yeah, I do. And you open it up and you sign it with your best pen and write something profound in there. And they take that home with them. They can take you to bed and read all about you. And if you're smart, you have an offer in the back of your book, which takes into the next step of your funnel. It is also looking pretty good on your CV and your LinkedIn profile when you're an Amazon best-selling author. You can charge higher fees. You can gift ship your book through Amazon to anyone on the planet. One of our favorite success stories was a lady who runs an LGBTQ community on Facebook said she would love to get her book into the hands of Cher. Within 5 minutes, we had Cher's agent's name, address, email, phone number, and we gift shipped a copy of her book into Cher's hand. Cher was then seen walking down a red carpet at a movie premiere carrying my client's book, which did her a power of good at the end of the day, and of course helped Cher. I'm looking for aspiring thought leaders, someone who's got lived experience, somebody who's got qualifications, hacks, inside knowledge that other people would benefit from, that we can turn and productize and put into a book. So it's either somebody who wants to write a book, but they have no idea how to go about the process, or they've already got a book and it's currently loitering in the low millions on Amazon somewhere and it's not making any money. Most authors write the words "the end" and they think it is. Unfortunately, there's the storytelling, then there's the story selling, And it is Amazon bestseller, not Amazon best written. Just pointing that out. Here's an example. This is a book by the lovely Gul Khan. Gul described herself as a dyslexic brown girl who her teachers told would never amount to anything. She happened to have a lot of videos on YouTube. She has a growing community online. We took some of her videos, transcribed them, got her to add a bio story at the start and an offer at the end, and we got this, The Seven Spiritual Laws of Money, to number 2 on Amazon, Amazon.com. So that's internationally. The only reason it wasn't number 1 is because number 1 was currently held by a guy called Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and unfortunately we couldn't knock him off of the charts. What I've also developed is an AI tool that talks to Amazon, and it can go into any industry, any niche, and it will get live sales data from the top 20 best-selling books in that niche. It will then come back and tell us the common ingredients that the top 20 books had in common. It will read all the 5-star reviews and find out what the readers loved and want more of. It will read all the 1-star reviews and tell us what they didn't get and what is still missing. It then even tells us who's buying the books. And with that information, we can literally craft the ideal book for that target market in that industry. And we also know how many copies we need to sell to hit number 1 before we even get the book written. So I'm Jonathan Clark. If you want to know more, you can go to the website. It's ascendtobestseller.com. Ascendtobestseller.com. We can help you immortalize yourself. Your grandkids can read your book. That's what we do here at Fully Booked. I'm Jonathan Clark. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. And yeah, absolutely brilliant. And I love the fact that you can not only put a beautiful business card in somebody's hands when you're sort of sat next to them. That's a brilliant piece of a brilliant tool to have as a best-selling. As somebody who's been an author of a book and had it produced and publicized, but they also I love the fact that you can target audience with the AI tool that you've got, that you've actually got the opportunity to search what's working, what's not, what's missing, what's really hitting hard. I think it's brilliant. And the fact that you don't even have to touch a keyboard is fabulous, because there's also so many people sitting there going, writer's block, where do I start? And that's the big thing about anyone thinking about it for the first time. How do you start? Where do you go? And it all starts with a video, 1-to-1 with you for an hour per chapter that you want to write. How easy can that be? Jonathan from Fully Booked, lovely to have you with us, my friend. Laura will be asking the question. I'll put Laura in a breakout room with you later after the meeting has finished, because we're going to crack on, because we're live and we're going on YouTube. So we're going to the next person. And the next person I'm bringing up is our host. Marc Burns is going to join us at the front, because Marc wants to tell us a little bit about what's going on. And here he comes. There he is. Marc, over to you. MAB.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean. So over the last 6 months, I've been learning new skills with the technology that we all have in our hands, but I seem to have taken my eye off of everything else and just concentrated on this. And I'm planning to collaborate with as many people within TTBCA as possible. So not anyone knows what I really do, because I haven't launched it. I was due to launch it on the 1st of March. That didn't happen because I've come over to Italy and it's taken up some of my time, quite a lot of my time, which is good, because I've launched a magazine over here as well. And this magazine, ecosystems and all of these things and apps seem to be taking over for me and many clients for instead of having normal templated websites and presentations and stuff. The idea of having something static that is now cinematic is what I'm focusing on. And I want to work with as many people, as I say, as I can, and to collaborate, and for you to offer it to your clients as a service. And we will share in any commercial agreements that we can. I don't just want to offer, I'll give you a drink for that. I want to make it a commercially viable thing for you, so that you've actually got yet another stream of income should you wish to have that. And as the weeks go on, I will be offering that really, and have done anyway, to anyone that wants to engage. My details are now in the chat, which I hardly ever do, because I've never had really anything more powerful than what I have now. And in my website, you will see, and it's not a website, it's like an ecosystem. You will see that one of the things that it has done is liberate me. No longer do I need to rely on uh, mediocrity in terms of web design and content writing and all of that stuff. With the tools that we all have, we can do it. Not everybody likes it. Not everybody likes AI. I understand that, but it is so super powerful, and used in the right way can uh, it just transforms what it is that we used to pay hundreds of thousands of pounds for, didn't, because we couldn't, and now we don't have to. So although it's still not super cheap, because it still involves um, a lot of design elements, it's still, you've got to guide it in the right way, as people that work with AI understand. You know, if you put rubbish in, you will get rubbish out. There's no question about that. But once you get that right, once the prompts are correct, and once you know what you're doing, and after 6 months, I believe that I really do, then you can produce results that you would never have expected to get. And I want to show you those. And if you look at the link that I've just put in the chat, um, you will see some of the work that I've been doing. Not all of it. It's not a portfolio. It's just some ideas that I put together. And also many of those are working and collaborative stuff that's going on right now. Yeah, just reach out to me. I don't use LinkedIn as much as I should. I might be going back on it. But for now, the best way to get me is through that link that I've just left there. But static to cinematic is what I'm focusing on. And I hope to engage with as many of you as possible as the months move forward. So thank you again. Thank you. Thanks for coming as well this evening.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I mean, obviously, for those listening in who are outside of this meeting, reach out to me, Sean Hewitt. You'll find me everywhere. I'm here, there, and everywhere. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, I'm everywhere. So reach out to me, or just get hold of me through the trustedbusinesscommunity.com website, and I will point you in the direction of Mark. So if obviously people that are not on the call won't see the chat. So again, reach out to me, reach out and I can then point you in the direction of Mark, and he can tell you what he's doing. We're currently using one of these phenomenal productions, really, that he's been producing for us over the last couple of months, which is an app that basically pulls all of the networking meetings into one great place and gives people instant access. And he's just upgraded it this month for the very first time. It's gone to another level, and I must admit, absolutely, the feedback I've had from the people talking about how wonderful that looks and how easy it is to use has been absolutely off the charts. So, he does know his stuff. He is a great guy to know, and has got some fantastic contacts as well. So even if you're looking for yourself, I'm sure he'll be looking out for you as well to find you the right people if you reach out to him and connect. Mark Burns, thanks very much, mate. Really appreciate that. Next up, we have talking about what something Mark's been working on. Mark's also been working closely with this lady. She is the PR queen. Yes, we're coming to Laura Beryl. Laura, the floor is yours.
Mute. Okay, I think you can hear me now.
We certainly can.
Yeah. Mark's been absolutely amazing. We've been working behind the scenes on this. Um, it's had you've had, these things always take longer than we think it's going to do, and to get it right, you have to take your time and you know, get the details right. It is going to go ahead. Me and Mark have been talking about this. I've updated what Mark has put together has been absolutely amazing. I think in the next month or two, there might be another couple of tweaks we need to make. I need to talk to Mark about how we commercialize this. He's absolutely right. it's about making this commercial, but also affordable and extendable to everybody that's involved in the network. So we have to make it accessible, not out of their, financial comfort zone, because we all know what's going on in the commercial world right now. It's not going to get a lot easier for quite a long time. Um, but that is going to be going ahead. Mark's done some amazing work. Um, so I'm excited about that. I just need to fine tune it, and make sure that, we can attract people into to engaging with it because it's a massive undertaking.
It's huge, isn't it, Laura? I mean, one of the things that, no, just so you can bring people on point, because we're talking about what Mark's done behind the scenes, is that Laura and Mark have been working together to bring a small business magazine to life, basically around
Yeah,
the world. So it basically gives you guys as SMEs a voice to the
yeah,
global enterprises that are out there, being read by other small business owners, being read by people that want to actually hear about, what's going on in the small business world. And this is a real powerful, powerful addition to what we're all looking to do and help in helping small businesses grow. Laura's taken it on her shoulders, along with Mark's support, to
yeah.
bring you a magazine that's going to really be the voice of the small business world.
Yeah, yeah. This is what we're hoping. I mean, I think the kind of initial launch is going to be a kind of suck it and see thing.
A soft launch, I think, is the word.
Yeah, yeah, and just see how many people engage with that and then build it from there. Um, it's not going to make a huge amount of money to start with. No, I'll give you an insight into the publishing industry, right? What happens when you work in newspapers or magazines or publishing? They don't make any money without advertising. They just don't. Not even a national newspaper can survive without advertising. That takes years. It takes, I mean, newspapers like I used to write for the Times. They've been around for what, 200 years. It takes a long time. This is going to have to start in incremental small steps. But if it engages people and it gets people on board, it could work, but it is going to take time. What I've been doing this week and all day today, actually, is I have been working with an organisation called Carers in Hearts because I went through a lot of pain and rubbish with my local authority because of my autistic son. So I work with lots of autistic charities and I've been doing a lot of training with them. They've taken me on to help train actual carers who look after. I'm not a carer. I am a carer as a mother, but I'm not a trained carer. So I've been training professional carers how to look after kids on the spectrum. So that's taken up a lot of my time this week, and I'm trying to spread that out as well. Um, this is something else I can potentially help with people in the group who are going through, who have caring responsibilities, because there are members in this association who have those responsibilities. I can give them those tools as well. Um, and getting their stories out there and helping them from my expertise can help them, empower them to, you know, get involved with the network, how I can help, or other people in the community who have experience of that, um, who can help, coaches, that kind of people. But it's all about helping SMEs. It's about helping, we've got the stats, Mark, I looked them up, Mark put them on the app, which is fantastic. Um,
And we are going into a very difficult time right now economically, especially with what's going on, you know, again, here I go, politically in the Middle East. Um, but it's looking after each other.
Mm.
Um, and I think we all need to do that right now. Yeah,
Yeah. Great shout, Laura. Thank you so much.
thank you.
So Laura's bringing a fantastic, with the help of obviously Mark and others as well in the group, bringing a phenomenal opportunity to get yourself seen, heard, and get your message out there loud and clear, with a regular magazine that's going to be coming out on a quarterly basis, perhaps a bit more than that, but eventually, but for the time being, probably quarterly basis, that gives you a voice, gets you seen, gets you accessible. And I think, like you said, everything at the moment, what we can do collectively together to help each other is a real important stand, because that gives us the foundation for us to actually move on as a collective, as a community. And if we're all helping each other, we've got strength in depth, because we've got strength in numbers. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to remove you from. I'm going to remove you from there. I'm going to bring myself up. Oh, look, here I am again. Sean Hewitt from the Trusted Business Community Association. Sorry, I'm in big screen mode here. But I just wanted to talk, whilst we're talking about helping others and things like economy and how tough it's out there, I want to bring something to the fore. We are a small business association working with some phenomenal networking groups, as you can see what's going on behind my head. In fact, one of the networking senior members, who actually is her network, is the Perfect Health Hub, and she's with us, and that's Elaine Godley. She's with us today. Hi, Elaine. But there's obviously lots of other groups here that all have got the power of collection and coming together. Because as I always finish my meetings, and I'm not about to finish it just yet, but my favourite saying is, it is the coming together that sets us all apart. And it is, because if we all work collectively together, we can be stronger, because we've got strength in numbers. At that, how about if we create our own internal economy? Wouldn't that be cool? We wouldn't have to worry about what's going on in the world, if we've got the ability to trade with each other and be able to cross-reference and trade on and on and on, without worrying about who's got what, who hasn't got what. We've got the power, and I mean collectively, and that includes Elaine Godley's group, as well as all of the rest of the groups. We've all got the power of something called silver, and silver is a currency, a trading currency that's effectively a complementary currency that works to bring your costs down, and your cash in. So it's a brilliant tool. If anybody would like to find out how to become part of the association or one of our collaborative networking member groups, we will be able to point you in the direction of anyone you want to speak to. But we can also give you £1,000, dollars, euros, wherever you are in the world. Doesn't matter what currency. We'll give you the equivalent of whatever that is in your currency in your pocket to spend on your business from the day you join us. It's a great tool. It's a brilliant prospect for everybody to work on an economy that is protected, because it's not being affected by what's going on in the world, like Laura was talking about. This is something we can all get behind. And if we're all working together and all buying from each other, we're creating our own internal economy. A great way to trade, a great opportunity to bring collaboration and transaction across multiple groups. So it's a brilliant thing. If you want to know more and you want a grand in your hand, I'm your man. Give us a shout. I'm Sean Hewitt from the Trusted Business Community Association, and I can give you that £1,000 of trading currency for you to go spend on your business right here, right now, with literally just having a meeting with me, and we can set everything up for you. Thanks very much. That's me. That's my little room. I'll remove myself from spotlight. And just before I go, so those listening in on YouTube, where you'll see this first, and or obviously on the other platforms, if you're listening to it on YouTube, like and subscribe, obviously, on our YouTube channel, because there's going to be more of these. We have lots of different meetings that are recorded. We also have the big interview, where we have a one-on-one session with our members, and we get them involved, and we get to deep dive into their world. So there's lots and lots of stuff going on. There's lots of people that have got are queuing up to get on to our big interview, and we've got a whole schedule ahead of us for taking us all the way through the year. It's a great place. So like and subscribe, because there's always something fresh coming up on TTBCA, the Trusted Business Community Association's YouTube channel. And of course, if you're seeing this on LinkedIn or Facebook, reach out, connect, say hi, and I'll point you in the direction of some fantastic people, some of which are already in the room today. Thank you very much for joining us. For those listening outside, don't go anywhere. For those who are still with us on the call, because we are going to stop the recording and just say thanks for listening.